All right, guys. So on this very hastily put together episode of Faith and Film, I have someone very interesting. Now you all know her, but I had to really track this woman down. I mean, I had to call DSS, whatever, give me her coordinates to get her to sit down with me for the next couple of minutes. This one is, she's not like your, regular. She's a sister. She's my blood. Known her for over 2 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing RUTH KADIRI. Media mogul and what else? Queen of the screens, whatever name fits. Anyways, thank you for opting to do this. I know say the wala plenty, but thank you.
No, of course not. Okay, hello guys.
Well, quickly, just a few questions for you, basically. If you're not in Nollywood, you understand what it takes for someone to, maybe because I know it may a little bit of your journey and all that, but. How long have you been in film? Let me just start from there.
I think I've been here more than 20 years.
More than 20 years?
Yes.
I could say that the first time, I won't be exact, but the first time I sat with you to talk anything script in a little exercise book must have been 2004 or 2003. Because we did House Party late 2004.
Are you serious?
Yes. That's a film that had John Ponwadiki. That was late 2004, like about Polypalace. So this must have been early 2004. And then we did our series that we never saw the light of day. That I went to go and shoot in. What was that? Somewhere.
Aja.
But
then it felt like
Aja was like non-existent.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That was
true.
That was true. Yeah. So that would put it as 21 years.
Yeah, you've come a long way too.
I beg, leave me. So this is what I always say to people. I said, listen. There is no true Nollywood success that is happenstance. That just happens. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
So 21 years, and then you add the years where I don't know him. You can tell how long she's been doing this thing to get to this extent. Okay, so at the point,
I think I finished secondary school in 2003. So that's probably
because
I just finished school and
and
started looking for my future.
Wow. Because I know it was early 2004 because we shot House Party late 2004 into 2005. Yeah, I think that's because I was still then at the National Council of Arts and Culture SCAC, and then that was the peak of the golden age of Nollywood before all happened. Okay, so how did you have all this in your head at that time? Did you have this RUTH KADIRI we know in your head at that time?
Looking back, if I tell you that I've had it in my head, you would not argue, because I've always wanted to be a producer. We tried to produce something. You wrote something for us.
Yes.
We shot something.
Yes.
And there was bad audio.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
I also remember going to God Rest His Soul late Justice a series office series of times with the 800k that I was able to scramble from everybody that I knew and said I wanted to produce a film with a friend of mine called Sapphire then.
Yes.
So it's been a dream of mine, and there was just different ways that I could achieve my goal. I went into acting at some point. I actually came in as an actor, but I also feel like as a restless mind, it was just all encompassing. I wanted to do everything at the same time. I wanted to act. Acting was not working. My friends say it's like we're going to produce. Let's produce. We are going to act. Okay, so let's try to produce a movie and then act in it. And then I think the passion for producing then grew, and then I also started learning how to screenplay and all, and then it just I don't know.
Was there any point in that journey where you almost gave up? Typical Nollywood story. When you were acting, there's no point you virtually were an actor. You would write, and then that's how, because you told me that you would write and then write a role for yourself, and then act. Was there any point where you felt like I'm tired?
No, I'm not usually the kind of person that easily gives up. Like it takes a while. That's also because this path that I took, I didn't really see it as a job. I saw it as a way of life. So there was really nothing to give up to. And not that the people who feel that way, there's anything wrong with them. No, absolutely not. But me, when I get to that like very tight points in my career, or I just ask myself, which other angle can I take to get, because I know that there's so many directions to one's bus stop, and if acting is not working, maybe, because that's actually what gave birth to me writing. I went for an audition and the crowd was much. I knew that there was no way I was going to get any role. Even Waka Pass, I was not going to get it. So I saw somewhere where Victor Eze put screenplay. I said, that's it. So as opposed to giving up, I left the audition ground and I went into his office to learn a bit of screenplay. And, we're here today. So
wow.
It's hard.
Wow. So are there moments in your journey where you can say, I want to bring in the Godfather, where you can say, almost every human every human factor failed. This has to take God for my next step. Have you ever been at that point in time? I know, because we that have Islam mothers, you know how it is that your mother you know how it is. My mother till today, I can say at 5 a.m. I can tell my mother is praying. I know the prayer points.
Yeah.
All those kind of things. Let my child see the light. All those kind of having that background. Are there points where you can identify in your journey that this had to be God?
Yes, this talking about our mother, like I don't know, like my mom can pray for 7 hours. Like I don't even know. Sometimes I used to wonder, like, what's all the plenty problem that you have? But then I'm also aware that this is also the prayer that has been backing me and that has also been keeping me. I think my entire existence has been God, because you can't just deny it. Growing up without a father figure, you need some sort of guidance, and having that guidance could only have come from either God or the street. And we've made a couple of mistakes as young people that were growing up, but it was also easy for us to find our way back to God because we know that He has been there. And there are so many occasions that I can just look back and say, oh, God is the... See, this one I can't really say on TV, but I remember one day I was in Unilag then. Before Unilag, let me go to Yabatech. Now, we were supposed to do a registration. Register for your semester. We got there, and then I had this group of friends. We'll go to the registrar's office, and he's either trying to toast one person or, and then I'll tell my friends, let's go, Joe. This man is a useless man. This particular day, I shall know that we're like 10 girls. We came into the office, and he was just trying rubbish, and I just turned and said, you know what, I'm not going to do this, and everybody followed me. That's how all of us did not register for our courses.
Wow.
It was time for exams, and they said that our names were not on the list because we didn't register. Like from the beginning of the semester to the end, when it's time to write the exam, there were 2 registrations, so we felt that since we had done the first one, it wouldn't count. But it later bounced back that we were not going to be able to write our exams. I remember asking myself, after all the suffer that my mother had suffered for me, what do I do and how do I go about it? And I was so really, really sad. And they moved our exams. Our exam was supposed to start like on Monday. They moved it to 2 weeks later, which has never been done in Yabatech. Finally, they moved our exams, but then we're still asked to repeat the class. And then from nowhere, I heard that in the history of Yabatech, we had never gone to play any tournament and won. And Yabatech went and won the sports tournament, and we came first. And then the registrar asked the students, what do you want me to do for you? And some of them said they had not registered their courses because they were playing. Like, make it make sense. It has never happened before. And then the man said, okay, I'm going to give you 2 weeks to register. I was standing at Mautu bus stop when I got that call. I knelt down at that bus stop and I started crying because I told them, I said, it is me that God did this one for. Because that registrar is so wicked. We had gone to beg him. One gubernatorial candidate's daughter was part of us. The man said, there's nothing he can do. And then finally, so these are instances that that this will not be man, this is God. I also remember going out one night, one of those shady movements that we do as students. Then I had gone to Unilag. I went there. I came to the island because we're living on the mainland, and I was driving this Golf 4. Now, I drove my car. I was there when they were like, oh, Ruth, sleep. I said, no, I'm not sleeping. No, I'm going home. I entered the road at 1 a.m. And I started going home from the island to the mainland. And before I got to Costain, my car, this was like 1 a.m. You know that Costain area? My car starts overheating in the middle of the night. And usually Golf 4, when the car starts overheating, it just goes like round the clock. Then you see like the big stop sign and the car will just stop. My body was shaking. If I park the car and run, there's nowhere to run to. Like, I was like, who sent me? And I just knew I was just praying. I didn't even know that God could answer prayers. But I was praying from Costain. I drove past Festac, drove to Agboju, turned, entered my house. Now, for me to know that it was God who did this, the moment I'm sliding into the car lot, the moment I slid in, Pascal, the car just went 360 and stopped.
The car turned 360.
No, the
okay,
gauge,
yeah, the gauge
just went 360 and where I stopped, where I'm supposed to park, and stopped. And I sat in my car, and I was just crying, because it was just God telling me, Ruth, I brought you home. You know, there's so many experiences that I've had personally. I have goosebumps with God that I know in my heart. As I was entering my house, my mom, not only she not tell me that day, how you are living a useless life, how this is how you want to end up your life. She was just talking. I did not see Pim. I was crying. I'm sure she thought maybe it was her words, but it was me realizing that I've got God who listens, who doesn't judge, who's there, who's protective of me, you know, when I deserve it and when I don't deserve it. And my career growth, and I also remember another point for me was when my father left us, you know, and he's like, let me see how you're going to succeed without me. That statement, I don't know if what it's awoken in me, you know, but something just said, Ruth, don't worry, I got you. Until today, I'm a manifestation of God getting me in all ways, in all ramifications. There's so many testimonies I can give. It's just a lot. Every single thing I do is directed. I don't just wake up and just make decisions on my own. Every single decision I have made with God, when I look back and I'll be like, God, thank you. Because most times these decisions never make sense.
Yeah.
No, it never makes sense. People are always going to look at you like, what's wrong with this one? There's always that factor, because that's also so that when it happens, you can now look back and say, God, thank you, you know. So, well, here.
Amazing.